Drink it in, man.
Deep left side carry on. Picks on the block. At the 5. At the 2. At the 1 to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Drink it in, man.
Get up, Stafford throws. It is end zone. Caught! Oh, baby, what a catch! Kenny Galladay, you're a freak! What a catch! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Cornbread! I love the Lions! Say it with me! I love the Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid, what is going on? This is your boy Oakrey coming here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, and Grifka is not here today. We're doing a solo show. You might see us do this from time to time, once a month, whatever it may be. But I need some room. I need some non-Grifka time, the old waffle maker, to be able to get on here and talk some Lions football with you guys and drink that Detroit Kool-Aid. I mean, you know how we do it.
Drink it in, man.
So I'm going to have a little bit of a different show today. I kind of want to break a couple things down off the top, and then we're just going to dive right into it. So appreciate everybody listening. As I always say, I love the Detroit Kool-Aid drinkers. I love you Lions fans out there, and I love talking football with you. So let's get some things done off the top, because, again, you can hit me up on Twitter at Derek Oakrey, DerekOkrie, and that's where I want to start. Like I usually start the week on a Monday when I get a chance. First thing I do, I try to get the podcast out. If you haven't heard my new show, it's called Believe in Lions, but it's spelled BLEAV. That drops on Monday morning, so I get in Monday morning. I usually shoot that out, on Twitter and put it out on other platforms. People hopefully go ahead and check that out. The support for that has been great, and we want to keep growing that episode by episode. So that's me solo, and I also have some other guests on there. We're talking free agency, draft, ranting and raving. Going to have some other guests on from other Believe shows, because the Believe podcast network is probably 200-300 shows deep. So been enjoying doing that, and love doing the Detroit Koolaid Cast as well. So after I pump that out, usually I'll put something out that either hit me over the weekend or just something I want to throw out to the people and see what people are saying when it comes to the Lions. So this week I throw out, hey, the Lions, they still got to consider, if they get stuck at number 3 and they can't make a trade, or people are trying to hold them up for ransom, not hold them up for ransom, if they're trying to hold them up and not give them what they want, then I say that you call their punt card and you take Tua Tagovailoa. I know it's not been done often, but it has been done, and you need a future quarterback. This guy's been a stud in college. All signs are the injuries are better. I feel like that's a way to get a better trade, because people are like, oh man, we didn't think you'd do it. Then they come to the table with some, better offer, just some more cheddar, whatever it may be. And if they don't, you keep Tua, you let him recover, you say, Matt Stafford, you're our starter, unless you don't play ball, Tua gets healthy, competes with them. You kind of see by the end of the year, who's the better quarterback and where you could be. Now, the minute I put that out, everybody's going nuts. How could you treat Matt Stafford like that? Oakrey, I didn't know you hated Matt Stafford. Just going on. And I'm like, whoa. This is a Stafford house. I always support Matt Stafford on this show. Now, every once in a while, you'll hear me rant and rave that, what has he won? He doesn't show up sometimes in the bigger games. Okay, yeah, you can throw it, but I don't think we gave you a lifetime contract to be a Lion. I'd like some competition. So I had to explain that to people and say, I'm rooting for Matt Stafford to be healthy. I'm rooting for him to be the Lions quarterback. I think he can make every throw. He's a great, leader, all signs in the locker room. He's a hard worker. He's not going to create any issues for you off the field. Now, Kelly Stafford may do a few things here or there during the season, but like you say, usually for her, it's all in good spirits, I believe, as well. So I'm not rooting against the guy. What I root for and what I talk about or try to talk about when Grifka's on here is that the draft is about value. And if you're sitting at 3 and Tua's healthy and the Redskins pick Chase Young and you're sitting there and you're like, all right, do I take Tua? Do I take Okuda? Do I take Tua? Do I take Simmons? Do I take Tua or do I take Derek Brown? In all three of those, I feel like the value in today's NFL is by taking the quarterback and by putting Miami, LA, Carolina, Oakland, whoever it may be down the line that they thought we were just going to pass and take the skill position. Oh, damn, they went and took the quarterback. Well, we wanted the quarterback, so they got two options. They can either take the lesser quarterback, Herbert, Love, whoever it may be, or they can say, man, we didn't think you were going to do that. All right, what'd you want? What'd you want for Tua again? Well, it was multiple seconds, thirds, a future first, whatever it is. Now that price just went up. If you want to talk about a deal, and if they say, forget it, we'll just go take somebody else. You say, okay, fine. Because like this protects us long term, protects us in case Stafford gets hurt in 2020, protects us or it gives us options future to deal Matt Stafford for picks, to deal Tua for picks, to do a whole lot of things with the biggest chip in the game, which is quarterback. So I wanted to explain that a little bit off the top and just say, I know a lot of you thought I was hating on Stafford or I'm saying, take Tua. What I was really saying, and I tried to express this to a few folks, was like, I don't care so much about Matt Stafford's feelings. I don't care about, some of these things people were talking about. What I think is the NFL is a business. The draft is all about doing what's right for your franchise, both now and long term. And all those signs point to taking a quarterback. Now, I'm not even in love with Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know that he's going to transform the league. I mean, to me, he's a little bit smaller. I don't like lefty quarterbacks. But I've continued to pound the table here on this podcast that I think he has tremendous football character. I think he has tremendous leadership abilities. I think he can win at the highest level with a good team around him. And that's really what you're looking for when you're talking the Russell Wilsons, the Mahomes, some of these guys that come in the league, and they might not have all the, we're talking Russ. He doesn't have the height. He's not 200 and, 30, 40 pounds. He's not built like a house, but he can throw it around the yard and he can get his guys to follow him and win football games. So I think that's really why I root for Tua and why I think that the pick could be worth it, because lots of people here just support Matt Stafford what almost feels like blindly, when you can find lots of quarterbacks that can throw it and can kind of, be hard workers and say nothing in the media. But can you find people that absolutely raise everybody around them and that win? And a lot of people will say, yeah, Stafford does that. Stafford can do that. He just needs this. And I say, yeah, he needs a better team. He needs an offensive line. He needs receivers to throw to. The tight end will probably be nice to help him. But at some point, you are what you are. And at some point, the Lions are going to have to turn the page on number 9. And I was just saying that if the value is there and you want to put people on notice and you're stuck, you take Tua, you figure the rest out later. And like I said, you take Tua, you got 6 more draft picks that you can take, defensive tackles, linebackers, corners. There's lots of other options in round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 where you're picking. So don't act like if you take Tua, you can't fill all those other holes. And oh, by the way, you got free agency. So when I said I don't care about Stafford's feelings, I meant it's a business. When I said you take Tua if people hold you up, it's because it's a business. And I say that because I want the Detroit Lions to win at the highest level, no matter who's got the jerseys on and who's running out there. So that was my Stafford take. Got me some heat with a few people. I know some people kind of knew where I was coming from, but I wanted to clear that up and talk about it a bit here on the show. Let's do one other quick item before I jump into what I'm going to do today for the main part of the show. Right before I start recording, AJ Bouye, cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, got traded to Denver for a 4th-round pick. Now, AJ Bouye was a baller right before he came to Jacksonville. He was over there in Houston, got a big deal from Jacksonville, came over, really liked his game, everything he brought to the table. Now, the last year or so, I mean, when you look at PFF grades and whatnot, he hasn't been the greatest. I mean, he's been in that 50, 60 type range when it comes to rankings. And if you heard some of my other shows I do, I kind of ran those down. That's not good. That's not where you want to be. But he's about a year younger than Slay. He's under contract for 2 more years at $13 million. I felt like Bouye could have been a guy that you bring in and either pair him with Slay, or you bring in Bouye and then you trade Slay for hopefully one or multiple second round picks, second and a third, whatever it may be. You can see the market is somewhat trending downward, it looks like, when you see a deal like this come across. But you could have got Bouye, traded Slay, and then still took a corner in those upper rounds. And then you got Bouye for 2 years. You got AO. You've got this new rook, and then you got Coleman, and then you got your back safeties. I mean, that's kind of redoing your corners and your DBs on the fly for the next 2-3 years, which is kind of the Matt Stafford window as well as the Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn window, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of people think that they're going to be gone after this year. It's going to be a debacle. I obviously don't feel that way. I drink that Detroit Koolaid, and I believe in Lions. So we'll see what happens. But I thought that could have been a nice move, especially for a 4th rounder with a guy that's already under contract. Yeah, you can say he's on the decline, but I think it's a really big position of need that you would have covered. You wouldn't have had to worry about the contract. And like I say, if you move Slay, then you got a guy that's under a deal that's not talking about holding out, that can only go up from where he's been the last year or so. He obviously can play corner because he played it at a high level, and he got paid as such. So I just think it could have been a really nice move. Bob Quinn, like, I don't know if he made calls. I don't know if this is on his radar, but he seems set on the Chris Harris's or just going and getting Jeffrey Okudah in the draft. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe he's got some sly move going on with Darius Slay and how he's going to make all these corners work. And maybe we just need Justin Coleman to step up. If Justin Coleman steps up, I think we'll be good to go and have a good set of DBs, especially if they keep Slay, take Okudah, Coleman, and those back safeties. That'd be beautiful too, but you got to deal with Slay possibly holding out, want more money. It might have been better just to move on to a guy like this that, I don't think you have those headaches. And a guy that, right now is not as good as Slay, but he's shown the skills in the past, and you always have to plan for that bounce back. As much as people say, well, always past his prime, he's on the downhill. Lots of players go from being good to a year or so down, and then they bounce back and ball out. I mean, the guy's 27, 28. I mean, still 2-3 good years by the time he's on that really downcline, you're done with the contract and you can move on. So that's my quick take on AJ Bouye for a 4th round pick, and wishing Bob Quinn would have either picked up the phone or been able to make that type of deal, and then we could have used free agent money and whatnot for other positions. Now, he would have ate some money with that 13, but that's basically, 6-7 million after you take, hey, we just use Snacks' money to go get ourselves another top flight corner. So you could have thought about it that way too. So anyway, those are news and notes off the top. I'm going to take a break, but hang with me, because what I'm going to do when I come back is I'm going to try something new. We may get this podcast may be banned, who knows, but we've been doing the game rewinds. I'm actually going to try when we come back from the break to queue up YouTube. If you guys want at home, you can actually queue this up with me. I'm going to hit 3, 2, 1 play and play the YouTube version of the game against the Bears and the Cowboys. And as that game plays, I'm going to give you kind of my reaction. I'm going to pause the game at times so I can give you some takes, some reaction. I'm going to talk over the game so you hear the game a little bit in the background, as well as be able to hear my thoughts as I rewatch it. Have not watched it since these games went down, so it'll be my live reactions as I check it out. So that should be fun. Like I say, hopefully the NFL doesn't crack down on this podcast. We can sneak it through and have some fun, and maybe do this in the future as well. Try something a little bit different without Grifka on the show. That should be fun, and we'll do that right after the break from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Detroit Kool-Aid drinkers, Detroit Lions fans, we are back in the house right after the break. Appreciate you listening to our sponsors. Please check out Anchor. A lot of you, I'm sure, use Spotify, listen to your music, or maybe you got your podcast synced up on there. Definitely do that. Haven't said it a ton, but if you guys are using iTunes, able to listen to this podcast, if you just go real quick, usually at the bottom of our episodes, you can go to the show page on your computer, whatever it may be, if you think we've earned it, and you can give us that 5-star review and either leave us a quick little note, and they let you leave a comment there, what you like about the show or something positive, that really helps us grow. I mean, it helps us be seen by more people, as well as just really appreciated across the board for some of those great comments. And I know I'll speak for myself. Like, I love seeing the positive feedback when you guys hit me on Twitter, when you guys leave us a review, or all the other things you do. It's like, oh man, that's why we do this. You know, it's super fun to do this podcast. And I know Grifka feels the same. If you guys reach out to him or you know, leave us some funny feedback, he really appreciates it. He gets a kick out of it too. So if you guys could do that, that would really help us out. And any support, either via our sponsors or, like I said, throw it out there. If there's anybody listening, you can go to Anchor, the Anchor website, anchor.com. And there's a support link there where you can give us $1 a month or $5, $10 a month. That helps us continue to grow the show, buy new equipment, make the show better, all that type of stuff. So throw that out there before I dive into this game. So let's get ready to do it. We're going to start with the Bears game. We're coming off losing to the Oakland Raiders. Tough game. You didn't really know Matt Stafford was hurt. I mean, before I queue up and hit play, I remember sitting on my couch, getting my fantasy football teams ready, and sure enough, I look up and I see a blurb on NFL Network in big, bold, red print, whatever it was, that said, Matt Stafford out. And there was like nothing said all week. It was just like, what? Huh? Matt Stafford out? Why? And they're like, oh, he has a back injury. And we're just like, and then they said it was going to be like multiple weeks. And just like, what is going on right now? This is so out of nowhere and so odd. And sure enough, that was the last game he played, you know, for the year. So crazy, but you know, this will be the Jeff Driscoll debut here against the Chicago Bears. So anyway, what I did, if you want to go to YouTube, it's just the Lions versus Bears Week 10 highlights from NFL, and it's about 10 minutes long. So like I said, I tried to test it a little bit before we started going. So I'm hoping the audio for the game will be a little bit lower, and I'll be able to talk over it, as well as you'll hear me sometimes say, all right, I'm going to hit pause right here, and then I might give you like a time cue of where I'm at in the game when I hit pause a few times. That way you can keep up with it if you want. But if I say pause, that means I'm pausing the game, going to talk about something, and I'll hit play again. But yeah, if you want to watch it with me and hear my thoughts, or like I said, hopefully you'll be able to follow along here with the audio, we'll do it that way. So I'm going to hit go. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play, and hit play. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. And there we go. They got the logo. We got the Lions on the field to start the game.
They give it to him. Johnson as a hole. And Johnson doesn't go down on first contact.
Nice little 9-10 yard run by Ty Johnson to start it out.
2 tight ends in this formation. Quick hitter. Catch is made. And it is Danny
Jeff Driscoll with a little bubble to Danny Boy. Welcome back, Danny, in 2020.
Driscoll throws on the run and hits his spot.
You know who that man is. Kenneth Galladay making catches. Driscoll, a little drive to start the game here, slinging it.
Strong arm, and he hits his man Marvin Jones.
Another ball to Marvin from Jeffy Boy.
The outside for the pickup.
Wasting no time on the bootleg. Logan Thomas, Ty Johnson to the backfield. Lions trying to get on the board. Driscoll up in the air, too high. He was looking for Galladay. 2 Bears defenders in the area, and it's 4th down.
I'm going to pause it real quick. So what happened? Lions went right down the field that first drive. Jeff Driscoll slinging, got all the way down within the 10. Unfortunately, we've seen it before. We stall out, kind of throws a fade route, just no chance to get a catch. But heck of a drive by Driscoll right out the gate. That's going to get us off to a start here. Looks like we're going to get a field goal. So I'm at 53 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. But real nice drive to start the game by Jeff Driscoll there.
Shot for Prater.
You know Prater's money.
Bill Harris gets the start.
Usually from 50, he's money. But from 20 or 30, you know it's good.
Floats one, a juggle.
Mitchell Trubisky, 3 and out, basically, it looks like. Chicago has to punt it. See what Driscoll has here in the second opportunity.
The run by Driscoll, and contact there is Driscoll.
3rd and 4, he ran it and got hit to the head. Oh, look at that. We're going to get a little flag action. A little bit of actual laundry for the Lions. That's going to move the sticks. That's going to be 15 on Chicago.
A lot of them this season based on injuries. Driscoll Incomplete. Amendola and a matchup with Buster Screen.
There's just no push.
Lions had to punt there.
Trubisky knocked down. Montgomery remains in there. Shotgun for Trubisky. Steps up, and Trubisky is dumped.
Oh,
The
Big
Lions
Mike
get
Daniels
pressure,
looking fatter
led
than
by
ever,
Mike
but a sack in
Daniels.
Chicago, and he's going nuts.
Standing at the 49.
Dancing and carrying on. Gotta love it.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it. 3rd and 7 for Detroit. Shotgun here for Driscoll. They'll roll him out. Driscoll will throw downfield and hit his man. Mukamara is back in there.
That was my favorite
Kevin
thing about
Tolliver
Jeff
was in
Driscoll.
for
That
one
last play, rolled out, used his
Driscoll
feet, was able to throw
sells
me
the
the
fake.
sticks. It was great.
Fires it. Incomplete.
And that's what I don't like about Jeff
54-yard
Driscoll is he
attempt
couldn't hit
from
an
Matt
open
Prater.
man,
Down to
wide
the
open
Detroit
there,
lead.
threw it too
Prater's
high.
kick.
Matt Prater,
Is good.
buckets from deep.
Caught up.
He almost hit
No
that from the
reading the lips.
logo.
3rd and 7. Can the
6-nut
Bears convert it?
Lions here, second quarter.
Underneath Cohen. He got really low and really close.
Backed up.
They
Going
are
in.
Fourth
going
down,
for
Bears
it.
going
On
for it.
4th down,
Deep in their
Trubisky on the
territory.
give. Good second
Just
effort.
got it. Just barely got it.
Montgomery. This is the deepest they've gone, the 31-yard line here today. Trubisky snared. Bob Fishman's dad and uncle, Albert and Elliot Fishman, our producer Mark Wolfstad, Jerry Wolf.
Oy, Mitch
For a late
Trubisky
touchdown
just slicing
last
us up here. Nobody even in the screen, just
First down for
playing those
Chicago,
crazy
with 24
zones
to
where
go.
it's like a guy will come up and just sit
It's caught
down
by Robinson.
with 3 guys
Bears
around him, but
somehow
nobody
could
guards the
grab
man.
lead before we
Guard
hit
the
halftime.
man, not some random area on the
2nd
field.
and 5.
Ridiculous.
Trubisky lays it out there.
Oh my God.
Caught.
25
Touchdown.
seconds left in the
Ben
second quarter. About to go to
Braunecker
halftime.
for the
6
Bears.
zips. Mitch Trubisky hadn't done anything, and then he
But a
throws up
clean
this
pocket for Trubisky.
dime
He puts it
back
right on the
corner.
money.
In your pro from
Will
Iowa
Harris with good
at
coverage
center. He's
too.
now at left guard.
And
Second
he still
7.
couldn't get it. I got hit pause. So that was the halftime. That was right before half. Throws up this lollipop dime, whatever you want to call it. Good. It was a good pass, but Will Harris had good coverage. It was to some tight end I've never heard of. The Lions always getting killed by tight ends. I don't understand it. It might be a reason they need to get Simmons or one of these other guys so they can actually guard a tight end, especially near the goal line. But that took the game from would have been 6-zip, Mitch Trubisky just having a garbage day, to now he throws a touchdown. He starts feeling good about himself. But 7-6 Chicago going into the half. I'm paused here at 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Like I said, I hope this is going okay, everybody. I'm trying not to talk too much because I do want you to hear the audio as well as not stop the video too much, but wanted to get in here at halftime. So here we are at 3:42. I'm hitting play right now.
Trubisky off his back foot, delivers downfield.
Oh, Trubisky. Deep ball over big play Slay to Allen Robinson, one of my guys. I do like Allen Robinson as a receiver.
Play for David Montgomery breaks a couple. Trubisky, short drop, floater upstairs, incomplete. Flag.
Oh my goodness.
On this season.
Big play Slay with some good coverage. They call him for PI. Moves the ball all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Does he have the angle? Yes! Touchdown, Bears!
Little flip out to Tariq Cohen, who I like Tariq Cohen's juice. He's fast and good player, but he had a bad year last year. But of course, against the Lions, he beat him. Oh, and my favorite thing, we're not even in Ford Field, a missed extra point by the Chicago Bears. It continues to happen for the Lions. You gotta love it. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Jeff Driscoll just threw it right to a Bears linebacker. I mean, how did you not see that? I have no idea. That was embarrassing.
Trubisky trying to keep the drive alive, or looking for it all. Touchdown!
Oh my God.
Taylor Gabriel.
Mitchell Trubisky, who Griffith would probably say, he's not that great. Slicing us up. Now it's 20-6 before I can blink here, mid-third quarter.
Driscoll a deep drop.
Oh, yeah.
Driscoll using his legs, and he will get there for a first down. He's been a running back, but a change of pace with Atlanta and Seattle. Driscoll incomplete.
Driscoll, man, get out the.
Number 23.
Oh, we got a pass interference.
Defense.
Fortunately, extends the drive.
Running the defense now, the head coach in Denver, Chuck Pagano, taking over the duties. Paul Perkins.
We got a Paul Perkins sighting, everybody. A little 9-yard screen ball.
Fake rush coming. Driscoll is sacked. Untouched Nick Williams. On 3rd and 5 for Chicago.
Big sack there by Chicago.
Trubisky.
Killed our
Pocket
drive.
collapsing, stays up, still going. Trubisky trying to fake it. Same high school as Ray Manzarek of the Doors.
Really?
Yeah. J.D. McKissick.
Jeff Driscoll, get out the Joe Namath sound bit. Struggling. Oh my gosh, 20-6 here in the early fourth quarter. Chicago. We were up 6-0 a little while ago. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, Jeff Driscoll happened. Here goes Mitchell again, freaking moving them down the field.
Finally has a run. Here comes the rush. Trubisky.
Oh, big Trey.
On the play. Trey Flowers.
Big Trey Flowers with a sack. I love it. Just bullied his man. Used those go-go gadget arms when got him.
Off that for the Lions.
Oh, Jesse James with the drop pass. Imagine that.
Driscoll steps up.
Surprised he's on the field.
He's not going to beat Kwiatkowski. On 3rd and 1. Trubisky steps up. Thinking that he could run for it. He cannot. Tried to fake out Tavon Wilson. Now it's 4th down. And he's already gone over 5,000 yards once.
The Lions
in
are,
his career.
you know, they got sliced up a little bit in the pass game, but I mean, they finally threw T.J. Hawkinson. Here he is running over multiple Chicago Bears for about a 15-yard pickup. I mean, I'd like to see more of that in 2020, that's for sure.
Driscoll hums it in there.
Another ball to Hawk for 12.
Another first down for Detroit. Driscoll popped up in the air, caught by Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll catching his own batted pass and running around. It's just like, this guy is just kind of an odd athlete, but I don't mind him, but
telling his receiver to go long,
oh my.
He's going to try it on a deep shot. Touchdown! Kenny Golladay.
Or as I say that, Jeff Driscoll gets out to the right side, creates some space, rips one for 50 yards to Kenneth Golladay for a touchdown.
It's a little bit of a shove in the back of Fuller by Golladay.
Love that. 20-13, so still got a chance. 5 minutes left.
Pump and throw, flag down.
Number 68.
Oh my gosh, 20-13, 4 minutes left. 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Rush coming. Trubisky is sacked.
What a big sack by Jelani Tavai. Oh, I love that. Lions got the ball over the 50 here. Moving. Oh, a drop by Kenny. You gotta catch that. 4th and 1.
Driscoll. They need a yard. They'll get it.
Ooh,
Flag
big
down.
play.
Pass interference. Number 19.
Oh, what?
Correction, number 18.
Driscoll extends the play on 4th and 1, gets a first down. They call that pass interference on Kenny. What a garbage call.
Incomplete.
4th and 11, another ball to Kenny, a little behind him. He dropped it. Come on, Kenny.
Handoff.
Oh, yeah,
Montgomery,
man.
the spin move. Cannot get to the marker, and a quick timeout called.
Lions ball back, minute 30. 20-13, way deep in our territory. Nice ball by Driscoll to Marvin.
Driscoll uncorks. It's caught.
Another ball to the Hawk.
Hawkinson.
Grifka's favorite player.
First down for Detroit at its own 45. Fake the run. Driscoll hits his man. It's
Another ball to Marvin. We're at the 40 now with 42 seconds left. Come on, Driscoll.
Tosses it downfield. Trying to come back.
Another catch by Marv.
And it is a clean catch.
Way to get your hands under it. 11. 20 seconds left.
7-point game.
Down 7.
Driscoll through the air.
2nd and 10, and he threw about a 2-yard route to Kenny. He caught it, which was a mistake. 7 seconds left now. Final play. Jeff Driscoll running around. You know he would do that. Across the line.
Dart one. End zone.
Threw it out of the back of the end zone, basically. Wouldn't have counted anyway. That's inexperience by Driscoll and just kind of a
and the Bears are going to hold on.
way it ends.
Offense. The passer was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. That penalty's declined. That's the end of the game.
So that's the end of the Bears game. Real quick, I'm going to jump into the Chicago game, but You know, to me, that's 2013. We started out 6-zip. Next thing you know, it was 20-6. Lions got the deep touchdown, which is kind of a fluke play. But then they had multiple chances and drops by Kenny, bad call by the ref. You know, a few things here or there just cost him. And then at the end of the game, like Driscoll didn't even give his guy a chance because he ran across the line of scrimmage before he threw that final one. And it was just basically out. Yeah, I hate that when people, you know, you have one play, you just have to sort of keep it in bounds and hope you get a bounce or somebody makes a crazy snatch and say you just throw it out of the back of the end zone. Like, what good is that when it's the final play of the game? So, but you know, to not go too Grifka on you, like, to me, I mean, that's a road game. I mean, you fought back. You had a chance on the final play, the final drive to win it. Driscoll made a few plays. He really did not look, you know, too bad. I'm looking at his numbers here, 269 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. You know, got no running game. The 3 rushing players, J.D. McKissick, Ty Johnson, and Paul Perkins, all for a total of, geez, some quick math, barely maybe 60 yards total. I mean, tell me if you haven't heard that before. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's a loss, but it really was not that bad, especially when Driscoll's coming off the pine and gave him a chance to win at the end. Sometimes that's all you can hope for in the NFL. So, let's go ahead and dive into this Cowboy game. I'm not going to mess around with it. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. Cowboys, Lions at Ford Field.
His first carry. Ball is loose.
Ball out. Jared Davis with a fumble, forced fumble to start the game. Andy recovered it. How you like that, Grifka? That's deep in their territory, too, where Zeke coughed it up. See if he can do anything with it.
It's a first down to
Little throw to Danny.
But once he gets rolling, hard to bring down. Give it to him again. Scarborough breaks it.
Bo Scarborough to the end zone.
For the touchdown. There is a penalty, though. So momentarily, it's a touchdown for Scarborough. Let's see if it holds up.
That's going to count. Bo knows touchdown.
Prescott.
7-zip Lions.
Going for Cooper. Knocked away. It's Slay again.
Big play Slay just all over Amari Cooper. Incomplete. That's a punt.
Big stack formation to the top of the screen. Lions go quick. Here comes Robert Quinn. Driscoll running for his life, and it's incomplete. Boy, Quinn was shot out of a cat.
I hit pause for a real quick second. Like, I remember this being a good football game, but the Lions are in the teal, as I like to call them, the aqua pants, which I'm sure the players think that's a good look, but like just the fact that you're in aqua instead of like some deep Lions blue, or anytime they wear the blue pants is an automatic loss. Why we're wearing white at home, I don't know, but like I say, that's good old, you know, Rod Wood not knowing when to wear what jerseys, or them just not having a clue. You don't wear white. I mean, I guess the Cowboys like to wear white on the road, right? So anyway, that's my jersey beef. Like, anytime you see the Lions in these terrible blue football pants, that's basically an automatic loss. Just go with the blue jersey, the silver pants at home, the white Krispies with the silver pants on the road, the throwbacks on Thanksgiving, and never wear the grays and never wear these aqua pants. All right, I'm done. I'm hitting play at 102.
Prescott on the fake, rolling, gunning complete. It's Michael Gallup who's got the Cowboys first. They got to control the line of scrimmage and help this Cowboys team get going. A little flip. There's Pollard. Look at the speed from the rookie. Pollard has got a first down.
Little flip to Pollard, but what a tackle by Tracy Walker. Flew up there and made that play.
On third down.
Love 21.
Prescott. Good blocking. Got a man wide open and a Dallas
21 with another
Cooper's
tackle.
Back in the game. There he is. Lined up against Slay again. A fake, a slant, and a beauty, and a completion, and his first and goal. Third and goal. The fake, the handoff. Pressure, and Prescott.
Big sack by Devon Kennard.
Kennard came flying in for the
Race
sack
through the
for
defense.
Lions.
Put Prescott
on the board.
You know what?
And he does just that.
All right, go field goal for the Cowboys. 7-3 Lions.
Blitz coming. Driscoll
back.
in trouble. Gets away.
Driscoll nowhere to go. Maybe I'll play with his feet.
Looking, firing, and it is incomplete.
Tried to make a play.
Receiver and a route runner. I don't think there's that much difference.
Cowboys back with the football
he
here.
is.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep, firing deep, and he's got a catch. It's Michael Gallup, who's off to a good start. And you see drops have been a big issue for these Cowboys. Four-man rush.
Prescott, a lot of time again. Now over the middle, he's got a completion for a first down. There's a penalty.
Tracy Walker with the tackle. I know that's Coleman, but just way too much time. So first quarter ended 7-3 Lions. You know, got to be feeling good about that based on who we're playing and who we got. But the Cowboys are driving. Terrible tackling. Touchdown, Tony Pollard on a little pass to Dak. So that's 10-7 Cowboys. See what Driscoll can do.
He's in trouble. Somehow hangs on to the ball.
Just a terrible block by Taylor Decker. Got beat around the edge. Didn't even try. Got our quarterback sacked.
Driscoll over the middle. Nearly intercepted. He was trying to get it to Hawkinson. And there's the other guys. The coverage doesn't stand up, right? So
and they're not great blitzers.
It's been the conundrum. Here's Prescott on 3rd and long, firing incomplete, nowhere near it. Lions are only 1 of 4 on 3rd down today. Driscoll, they give it on the run to McKissick, and McKissick fighting hard, and he should have a first down. That's
3rd and 5. What a little run by J.D. McKissick. Gets first down. Oh, look at Bo hit the hole. Get to the end zone, Bo. Scarborough, he's got room. He's rolling. He's a
Scarborough, 6'1", 240. That's no small guy. On a 1st and goal. Driscoll.
Okay.
Touchdown, Lions.
Jeffy Driscoll with the old option look runs it in for a short touchdown. 14-10 Lions. Let's go. What do you think about that, Chuck Dog? I know you were there using my tickets moving on your Cowboys.
Still big in his book. 3rd and 9 here.
Lions up 4 with 5 minutes to go to halftime.
A lot of time. He's going deep here for Michael Gallup, adjusting, and Michael Gallup comes down with the football and a flag too.
Results of the play.
I mean, they probably would have got a pass interference. Mike Ford has no idea where he is.
Arm, they got into Gallup's chest a little
bit
early.
Good double catch.
41 yards to Gallup. Was over 100 yards receiving in the first half. Here's Elliott right up the gut. Ezekiel Elliott, is he in? No signal. He's down inside the 1. Cowboys go jumbo. They're going to run it to Elliott. Elliott's going to get in. Touchdown, Dallas.
It's a touchdown from Zeke in tight. So what are you going to do? But like I said, before the half,
led to the winning touchdown.
They go up 17-14. Now they got the football back with under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Near side is Gallup, who is dominating.
Just throwing BBs all over the field. See if they get points here or not. Can't remember.
Lofting over the middle. He's got a man wide.
Oh my gosh.
It's Randall Cobb running free.
Randall Cobb with a 40-some yard catch. Brings him all the way down inside the 20.
Prescott standing in, firing, caught for the touchdown. Randall Cobb holds on.
You've got to be kidding me. We went up 14-10. So now it's going to be 24-14 heading into the half. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I got to pause this right now. Like, so this is what kills me with this team, or like when Matt Pat talks about like we got to be better, you know, on the halftime flip or in some of these situations. Like, you were giving the Cowboys fits to start, and you let them score twice in the last 5 minutes to take a game that could have been 14-10 or even, you know, 17-14. You let them go down the field in like 3 plays. They go from their 10 or 20 down to your end zone, like before the half. That's just inexcusable, man. 24-14 halftime against the Cowboys in your house. I mean, I know you're hurting at quarterback, but you just can't have those swings. You just really can't. So picking it up here, 3rd quarter, hit and play right now.
Driscoll coming near side. McKissick has another play and a first down. There's a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14 for Driscoll. See what he can do.
Has time. Lofts it deep down the field for Marvin Hall.
Oh, what a throw. Marvin Hall with a 40-yard catch. Imagine that. That's all he does. Chris Carter might catch touchdowns.
Driscoll
Marvin Hall catches deep balls.
Now some pressure. Driscoll can run.
Driscoll using his feet. Oh, gunslinging. Marvin Jones touchdown. Oh boy, Marv found the end zone a lot in 2019. And I'm hoping to still have production, but probably not that kind of production for him and Kenny when it comes to scoring TDs.
Randall Cobb still running.
Randall Cobb
down to the 41 of Detroit. Elliott lines up as a wide receiver all the way up there. Prescott rolls away from pressure. Looking, going to tuck it, going to run for it, and he's got it. Zach Prescott uses his feet.
Poor tackling by the Lions. Poor physicality. Dak Prescott. You got to pound him if he's going to run the football.
Lofting into the corner for Cobb. Incomplete. Could not get around Coleman. And Dallas extends to a 6-point lead.
27-21, 4 minutes left in the third
Cowboys
quarter.
come with the blitz. It's the catch for a first down.
Nice
and
little
Detroit
ball there for first down. I think it was
at the
Danny.
49. Driscoll's going to hand it on off to Ty Johnson.
Ty
Maybe
Johnson
a yard.
with
That was a
bunch of
third
nothing
down
on
and
third
short.
and three.
Thomas is a former quarterback in
Going
college.
for
That's
it,
him.
4th and 2.
Did they get him to jump? And did they get it? They might have got him to jump.
Oh, yeah. 4th and 2. Michael Bennett jumps off sides. Way to go, buddy. First down, Lions.
Oh, it worked. I think they got it.
10 for Driscoll. Pressure coming from Bennett. Sliding away. Throws across his body. Incomplete.
I just hate that play call. Driscoll roll out the wrong way and had no options to pass.
Lines up, fires
back to
far
the
side of
Cowboys.
field and has a completion.
Another completion of Coop on Slay, I think.
Prescott can bake a cake back there. Fires over the middle. What a grab by Witten. How did he hold on to that thing?
Dak Prescott all day. Just look. The announcer said he could bake a cake. I mean, he could probably make a full-court meal stand
going
back there.
far side. Oh, and it somehow gets through, and it's caught to Cooper.
Come on, Slay. Make a
Cowboys
catch.
need to get down to
Could have
the
had that
10
pick.
on a third down.
Could have maybe had a pick
Coming,
six
set
there,
up the
right through his
screen. It's a low
hands.
throw. What a catch by Elliott. First
Oh
down.
my gosh, little screen ball to Zeke, catches it, and then waltzes through our defense for a touchdown. Oh, and then he does the Dak dance. Yeah, that was talked about 4 weeks after
So they will go for
that
2.
happened. Kind of funny, but
They will hand
got
it off
played out
and
for
run
sure.
it and get in for the 2. Pollard up here.
35-21 after they scored a 2-point conversion. 7 minutes left in the fourth. Jeff Driscoll running around. I mean, he does that well. Just can't throw the football very well.
To go. Lions need 2 touchdowns. Driscoll has time here. Now he's looking going across his body, and he's got a completion. Amendola. Donovan Wilson comes out
there.
Free safety.
Not giving up, but like
35-21,
5 minutes left. We're basically done.
Meanwhile, Driscoll over the middle fires. He's got a completion to Marvin Jones, who stays on his feet.
Oh, except for he just throws a touchdown to Marvin Jones. Little ball over the middle. Marvin Jones got freaky after the catch and got in the end zone.
Pressure coming, throws to no one. Incomplete.
We go for 2 as just nowhere.
3rd and 4.
35-27, still got a chance.
Prescott.
5 minutes left. 3rd and 4.
He's got a completion to Gallup.
Big completion to Michael Gallup. Imagine that. Nice coverage, Melvin, you bum.
Prescott pressured, steps away, taken down, and it's incomplete.
3rd and 9, Lions get them down, get the ball back. Deep in their territory, they got 3 minutes left, 2 timeouts.
Going to go deep, going for it all for Golladay. Leaping, did he come down with it? He did!
What a catch by Kenny. Just threw a deep ball, and 19 went up and got that thing. What a catch. Now we're past their, into their territory, 40-yard line.
He is dropped. Malik Collins made the play.
Big sack
was there
on
to
Driscoll.
clean it up.
Looks like they were looking for a deep ball to Kenny.
4-man rush, but here comes Lawrence, and he forces the incompletion. They tried to set up the
3rd
screen.
and 26.
They will fake the run. Prescott's got a man.
Punt it back deep, hoping to get the ball back.
It's Jarwin running free.
Cowboys run a tight end screen basically and bust us up the field, and that was the ball game right there. So lost by a score, but once they got stalled out, they got over the 40-yard line after a big catch from Kenny, then a sack. I don't know if we had another penalty or what, but it was 3rd and 26. That didn't work. Then we punted it, tried to get the ball back, and the Cowboys just, after that first down tight end throw, it was ball game. But, you know, let's look at the stats real quick before we fill this out. So we let Dak Prescott go for 444 yards and 3 tutties. We let Zeke, held him to only 45 yards rushing on 16 carries. That's well done by the rush defense. Unfortunately, Michael Gallup went for 148. Randall Cobb 150. How do you let Randall Cobb get 115 yards and a touchdown? That's embarrassing. You know, I don't know who coaches that stuff. Matt Pat should be embarrassed by that because Randall Cobb was he was good about 5 years ago. He's way past it, and he's just slicing us up. So those are the Cowboy stats. Let's look at the Lions. Driscoll, 209 and 2 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, you can win with that. Bo Scarborough, 55 and a touchdown. Just no big-time receiving yards. I mean, even Kenny on that big catch, one catch for 34 yards for Kenny Golladay. The one big catch to Marvin Hall for 39 yards. And then your leading receiver, Danny Amendola, 4 for 27. I mean, that ain't going to get it done. So Lions didn't run it that well, didn't throw it, great. But, I mean, Jeff Driscoll, if you got a better run game and got 209 and 2 touchdowns, no turnovers from him, on most days you should be able to win. The Cowboys are a pretty good football team, and they're playing at our house. But I feel like we hung in there, both games within a score. As I always tell Grifka, most games in the NFL are just a one-score football game. And, just looking at the record here, 3-6-1. Matt Stafford's status at this point is still cloudy. Nobody knew he was done for the year. We were hoping that maybe we get him back here, but that just never materialized. So, 2 tough losses for the Lions, but 2 close losses, and didn't look like Swiss cheese. The Cowboys threw around a little bit on them, made Trubisky look better than you would expect. But hey, you're playing with a backup QB. I do feel like I needed to see some more from Hawk in those 2 games. I didn't see it, as well as just the offense really just did their best but couldn't keep up. And yeah, the defense just wasn't good enough to get explosive plays. I barely saw any picks in either of those games. I mean, we had the one fumble by Jared Davis on Zeke Elliott, short field. That was about it. And I don't even know that we got anything out of it other than a field goal. So yeah, those are the 2 game rewinds. I mean, talked about Tua and the number 3 pick, Matt Stafford off the top, and what I maybe would have done with AJ Bouye for a 4th rounder. So that's my solo Detroit Koolaid Cast today. Please check us out on Friday. We'll be back here talking all things Lions. And I really appreciate everybody out there. So thanks for all you do listening to the show. Thank you for all the fun I have talking football and fantasy football with you guys. It's a blast. And keep drinking that Detroit Kool-Aid.
Drink it in, man.
Take care, everybody. I'm out.
Pack the bags, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in, man.